Spider-Man 2018 and Spider-Man Miles Morales is two of my favorite games of all time, and I've been dying to play the second one for so long, ever since it came out. So in this video, I'm going to get the Platinum Trophy for Spider-Man 2, and at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you about the sneaky little idea that I had for my channel. This game has a 2 out of 10 difficulty with 41 trophies required to obtain the Platinum, and about 25 to 30 hours of playtime. The first trophy I got was for completing the first mission, and oh boy was it an epic one. You know, just swinging around, beating Sandman to death like boom boom poo 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 poo! At this point my capture card started fucking up and I had to get a better cable and monitor to fix it. Fast forward 2 weeks and $320 and I could continue the video. Yes, this video was expensive to make. Anyway, enough ranting. I quickly got a trophy for equipping my first suit style, granting the city with a banana yellow Spider-Man. I also randomly figured out how to do air tricks by messing about while in the air, and I miserably failed my landing, which to my surprise granted me with another trophy. I continued playing through the story, and a couple hours later I acquired the black suit, or the symbiote suit as you may call it. A little bit later I also got the trophy for completing the story mission It Chose You. A trophy I was kinda worried about and started touching myself over was to do 30 air tricks in a row without touching the ground. However, this turned out to be very easy and I got it on my first attempt, thank God. That just eased some of the pain I felt when I had to pay so much money to fix my setup. Also, I could have sworn I landed on a rooftop or something just before I hit 30, but during a story mission, I got the trophy for pulling 6 or more enemies together using reverse flux while playing as Miles.
Davis was a hero. Who saved?
And by completing that very same mission, I also got a trophy. And on top of that, an additional 2 story trophies afterwards. At this point, I had played so much of the story that I realized I had to slow down a bit here. I was getting too ahead of myself, so I decided to go for some other trophies. The first one was to round the bases at Big Apple Bowler Stadium. I have no clue what that means, so I had to watch a video on how to get it.
And Parker does it all with.
After that, I traveled to the graveyard and visited Aunt May's grave. I then did a bunch of other activities and collectibles, but none of them had popped any trophies just yet. So I went back to the story and got another trophy for completing a mission. I don't understand why they made it so the first half of the story has like no trophies at all, but then the second half has a trophy for almost every mission. During another mission, I got a combat trophy again, this time for defeating a symbiote that was under the effect of anti-venom status.
Whoa, what is?
I don't know if this is technically a story trophy or if it was just pure luck, because I got it immediately after unlocking the anti-venom suit. During that mission, I had done an absolute shit ton of fighting and almost pressed my thumb through the controller, so I decided to complete all the photo ops, one of the simplest and earliest collectibles.
Perfect.
I also switched to Miles Morales and found the science trophy he and Finn won together.
Your help right now, Finn.
I noticed another trophy in the list that I thought would be super annoying, but again, turned out that it wasn't. Basically, all I had to do was travel from the financial district to Astoria using only my web wings. I got so ready to face a difficult task and was surprised when I completed it as fast as I did. Thank you, Insomniac, for saving me from a series of traumas and future PTSD sessions with my therapist. A friend of mine told me that the spider bots was the most annoying collectible as they don't appear on the map. Because of this threatening message, I sat down to get them out of the way and collected all 42 of them. After that, I finished the rest of the main story. Now it's time for the cleanup stage. The first trophy I got in this stage was to do a stealth takedown on 25 enemies from the web line. That annoyed me so much. Not because it's difficult or tedious, but because I only needed one more, and every time I got the chance to get more, I messed it up and alerted the enemy. I started working on the friendly I started working on the friendly neighborhood. But fuck's sake, why can't I? Oh my, oh baby. I started working on the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man requests, and one of them had me help my boy Howard for another trophy.
Don't worry.
Then I of course got the trophy for completing all 6 of these requests. While playing as Miles, I helped out Uncle Aaron by traveling around the city and completing all of the Prowler stashes he had set up in his past. During the story, Venom had sprayed his goo all over the city, creating symbiote nests where people would turn into symbiotes. I tracked them all down and completed them, and they were just annoying as I had to defend a bomb from the symbiotes, and at like 3 of these nests I got down to 3% health or something, 3, 4, 5, meaning I almost failed. I swear that if I failed at the last one, I would have punched a hole through my monitor right there and then. What matters though is that I completed it. I also started working on the Mysteriums, another combat style collectible, and during this, I got one of the most tedious trophies in the game. Defeat 100 enemies with evolved Venom abilities. Thank goodness that was over. I had to grind like 70 of those, as during the story I only got 30 something. While taking out a small hunter outpost, I got yet another combat trophy, which was to use 25 symbiote abilities during a symbiote surge. This one wasn't too bad though and didn't take long at all. I was dreading to do the last annoying combat trophy, but then I accidentally discovered a super easy way to complete it. Basically, I had to defeat 100 enemies with spider arm abilities, and while I was at one of Marco's memories, I realized that the sand people are very weak to the electrified arm abilities. I know that at this point I had sidetracked myself so much from the Mysteriums, but the next thing I did was to complete all EMF experiments, which is basically a bunch of green planet tests. After completing one of them, I finally got 10,000 tech parts.
I'll definitely let Dr. Young know about this.
And then I completed the last experiment. Not long after that, I completed the last of Marco's memories. It's the first collectible you unlock after completing the opening mission, so it took some time, but Craven's Hunters also have a bunch of small outposts and bases across the city. For a trophy, you have to take out multiple outposts to discover where one base is, and then complete all 4 bases. And these bases have an absolute fuck ton of enemies to defeat. I'm so thankful that this is one of the last things I did, as my upgraded abilities and powers made combat so much easier. There are also a couple of side quest lines to complete in this game, and the developers clearly put just as much time and thought into them as the story. The first one was about recovering instruments for a music museum. After that, I finally, after so much sidetracking, completed the last of the Mysteriums. Yes, I realized that now I had sidetracked from the side missions, like what the fuck. Then I completed all of the drone chasing activities, which is the most boring and repetitive collectible in the game. Now, back to the side missions. I completed the questline for the Brooklyn Visions Academy, which was just about helping people around the school.
Brooklyn Visions is the best.
While I was playing through the final questline, I reached max level. And about 10 to 15 minutes later, I completed that questline, which revolved around defeating some cultists. At this point, I unlocked a bunch of trophies in just a couple of minutes' time. First, I waited for Peter and Yuri to finish speaking, unlocking me the trophy for obtaining 100% completion in every district. Then I purchased all suit tech upgrades, gadget upgrades, and every available suit. And finally, I popped that sweet platinum trophy. But we're not done yet, no. There is only one DLC trophy in this game, and that is to complete the main story in New Game Plus. The next day, I started the story over again and speedran the whole shebang, completing it in a day. That was it for Spider-Man 2, another fantastic game by Insomniac, and I can't wait to see what other games they bring us. The Platinum journey on all 3 of their Spider-Man games have been amazing as well. You may be wondering what sneaky little idea I had. Well, me and my friend had a talk, and he suggested that at 500 subscribers I should do something special to platinum a challenging game. But you know what? I'll take that a step further. If I by some miracle ever reach 500 subscribers, then I will start a series to get one platinum trophy in every single genre on the PlayStation Store.